The Boyfriend by Freida McFadden. Audiobook. Book summary in English. Certainly. Here's a more detailed and extended summary of The Boyfriend by Freida McFadden. #### Summary of The Boyfriend by Freida McFadden. Vanessa is your average woman, navigating her late 20s with a mix of hope and frustration. Her life isn't exactly going as planned, her career feels stagnant, her social circle is dwindling as her friends pair off and start families, and her dating life is a series of disappointments. She's no stranger to loneliness, but she's learned to keep her expectations in check. So, when she meets Max, the man who seems to embody everything she's ever dreamed of, she can't believe her luck. Max is perfect, or at least, he seems to be. Handsome, charming, and utterly attentive, he sweeps Vanessa off her feet in a way she's never experienced before. Their connection feels instant, like they were meant to find each other. He knows how to make her laugh, listens intently to her every word, and has an uncanny ability to say exactly what she needs to hear. With Max, Vanessa feels seen, valued, and adored. For the first time in years, she dares to believe that her romantic life might finally be taking a turn for the better. Their whirlwind romance unfolds like something out of a movie. Max is thoughtful and romantic, surprising Vanessa with candlelit dinners, spontaneous weekend getaways, and sweet gestures that make her feel special. He even wins over her friends and family with his charm. Her best friend Rachel, however, remains cautious. Rachel has always been protective of Vanessa and has a knack for spotting red flags. Despite Max's perfect facade, something about him doesn't sit right with her. She advises Vanessa to proceed with caution, but Vanessa dismisses Rachel's concerns as jealousy or overprotectiveness. After all, isn't it normal to have doubts when something seems too good to be true? Vanessa tries to brush aside the little inconsistencies she notices about Max. There's the way he avoids talking about his past, the cryptic phone calls he takes in the middle of the night, and the vague answers he gives when she asks about his previous relationships. Max always has a plausible explanation, delivered with such confidence that Vanessa feels foolish for doubting him. She convinces herself that she's being paranoid, that she's sabotaging her happiness out of fear. But the unease lingers. One day, while Max is in the shower, Vanessa notices his phone buzzing on the counter. A message flashes on the screen, and the sender's name isn't one she recognizes. Her curiosity gets the better of her, and she glances at the message. It's short and cryptic, but it's enough to plant a seed of suspicion. When Vanessa confronts Max about it, he brushes it off with his usual charm, assuring her that it's nothing. Yet, his reaction is a little too smooth, too rehearsed, and Vanessa can't shake the feeling that he's hiding something. Vanessa's doubts grow when Rachel decides to do some digging into Max's background. Rachel uncovers a few unsettling details, nothing concrete, but enough to raise alarm bells. Max has changed jobs frequently, moved around a lot, and seems to have no close friends or family. When Rachel shares her findings with Vanessa, Vanessa feels torn. She wants to believe in Max, to trust that he's the man she's fallen in love with. But the nagging doubts in the back of her mind refuse to be silenced. The turning point comes when Vanessa discovers something disturbing in Max's apartment. It's a small, seemingly insignificant item, but it sends her spiraling. She tries to confront Max, but his reaction is unexpected. Instead of denying or explaining, he turns the situation around on her. He accuses her of invading his privacy, of not trusting him, of sabotaging their relationship. His words cut deep, leaving Vanessa questioning her own sanity. How could the man who's been so loving and supportive suddenly become so cold and manipulative? Vanessa's world begins to unravel as she pieces together the fragments of Max's life. She learns that he's been involved with several women before her, all of whom seem to disappear from his life under mysterious circumstances. Each woman had been enamored with Max, just as she was, only to have their lives fall apart in ways that seemed too coincidental to be random. Vanessa realizes that she might be walking the same path, and the thought terrifies her. Max's behavior becomes increasingly erratic. He oscillates between the charming, loving boyfriend she fell for and someone far more sinister. He starts showing up unannounced, calling her at odd hours, and making cryptic remarks that leave her on edge. Vanessa begins to feel like she's living in a psychological thriller, trapped in a relationship that feels more like a game of cat and mouse. Desperate for answers, Vanessa digs deeper into Max's past, uncovering secrets that leave her reeling. She learns about his history of manipulation, his ability to twist the truth to suit his narrative, and his penchant for leaving destruction in his wake. Each revelation is more horrifying than the last, but it also steals her resolve. Vanessa knows she needs to get out, but breaking free from Max isn't as simple as walking away. He knows too much about her, her fears, her vulnerabilities, her secrets. And he's not willing to let her go. The tension builds to a heart-stopping climax as Vanessa devises a plan to outwit Max. She knows it's a dangerous gamble, but it's her only chance to escape his grip. The final confrontation is a masterclass in suspense, filled with twists and turns that will leave readers on the edge of their seats. Just when you think you've figured out how it will all end, McFadden throws in one last twist that will make you question everything you thought you knew. In the end, The Boyfriend is more than just a psychological thriller, it's a chilling exploration of trust, deception, and the lengths people will go to protect their secrets. McFadden's writing is sharp and suspenseful, pulling readers into Vanessa's world and making them feel every moment of her fear and uncertainty. It's a story that will linger long after you've turned the final page, leaving you wondering, how well can you ever really know someone? This extended summary ensures a rich and detailed recounting of The Boyfriend, showcasing its psychological depth and suspense to entice readers and listeners alike.